Welcome back to another episode on Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson, and I'm an anxiety coach who helps people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally. So, who here would love to go back in time and to change what you are experiencing right now, to change the fact that you have anxiety? If you can go back in time and stop yourself, who would want to do that? Just to not even stop yourself, just to even go back to the person that you once was. Who here would actually want to do that? I know every single person would say yes automatically, and this is me included. I remember whenever I was going through anxiety of how much I just wanted to be the person that I once was. I just wanted to go back in time and change the fact that I had anxiety, or to completely forget that I ever experienced this thing, because it's so hard and it's so intense. And we always say this: I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. And all we want to do is go back to the person that we once was. And it puts us in a very down mood. It doesn't make us feel good. Because we're stuck. We feel like we can never go back, and we're done, and that's it. We're finished. And all we can do now is just live with this anxiety, and that there's no way out. I remember thinking that way, that I was stuck like this for the rest of my life. And I said, how lucky is it that the people that never experienced it, how lucky they are for not experiencing this thing, for never having to go through it. They're lucky people. This is the worst thing that I ever had to go through. And what I would do, how much I would pay just to turn back the clock to being the person that I once was. Because that person wasn't afraid of going places, wasn't afraid of driving, wasn't afraid of traveling, wasn't afraid of talking, wasn't afraid of doing things, wasn't afraid of anything. And then all of a sudden now it's just we're paralyzed. We have no way or no possibility of getting out of this, or we're just stuck like this, and we're paralyzed from the fear. We can't even go outside of our own house, some of us. We're having such a hard time. And it can really take a toll, this thought, and I deal with a lot of people, and every time, and I don't blame you guys, and I don't blame them, and not even myself, because I remember this, that I would say to myself, I want to go back to the person that I once was. And we don't understand how much that thought can do so much damage to us, because it's not helping us to get motivated. It's not helping us to be motivated or to be inspired to move forward. It's not helping us in our journey in overcoming our anxiety, because I want to tell you guys that I know that it's hard. I know that it's tough, and I know that it's the worst possible thing to experience right now, and you feel like this is too much for you to handle. And it could be because, again, you don't have the right guidance, or you don't have the right, the right tools or techniques or anything like that. But we have to understand, guys, that, and I know this is hard. I know that this may be one of the best things that ever happened to you. And I'm going to explain to you why. I know that you're looking like, what the hell? What is he talking about? No way. This is not the best thing ever. This is the worst thing. And I know where you're coming from, and I was the same exact place. I remember thinking this is the worst thing. I can't see the good in this. There's no way this is anything good, that there's anything good about it. This is, I wouldn't want this. It makes no sense. Why am I getting punished for this? I don't understand. It makes, I know where you're coming from with the reaction. I know that, but I want to explain to you why it's the best thing that's ever going to happen to you. Because the person that you once was, it brought you to the point of having anxiety. And that means you were a worried person, a stressful person. That means you had a lot of pressure in life and you couldn't handle it. You didn't know how to handle it properly. It could be that you went through certain things in life that you didn't deal with and you just suppressed it, but it's affecting your life in a negative way. It's affecting your life in such a negative way you don't even realize it. I'll give you an example with me. I was a very angry person before I had anxiety. And even before I had anxiety, I tried to work on my anger and everything like that. But anxiety pushed me. And if I would have never experienced anxiety, I would never develop myself like I did today. I would never develop myself, and I will never understand the human mind and the emotions of other people and situations, and to look at things in a different way than I did before, because I was angry. I was stubborn. I would think my way or the highway. I wouldn't listen to anybody. And nowadays, it's completely different. It's completely different. I'm more open-minded. I'm willing to hear other people. I'm willing to like give the benefit of the doubt. And it's not easy for me sometimes. It's not. I have a struggle to do that. Even with my anger sometimes, I have a struggle, but I work on myself. And I would never have done that without my anxiety. I would never make the changes in my life that were necessary. Like whenever I saw myself going through depression, I said to myself, I never want to go through this ever again. I never want to experience this again. What do I need to do? What do I need to do in order for me to not experience this thing again? Because I know how hard it is. I know the difficulties, and I know the struggles of every single day, going through it day in and day out, how hard it is. And I said to myself, I never want to experience that ever again. So what I did is that I invested in myself. I enhanced myself. I became a new person because of my anxiety. It pushed me to develop certain things so that I could handle. Like, for example, my self-esteem. My self-esteem was shot. It was so low. I couldn't think anything good about me. If you would have told me, Emmanuel, what are some good things, or some people will tell me some good things about me, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it, and I wouldn't even know what's good about me. I had no idea. I was just lost to it. But ever since I went through anxiety, I developed myself. I pushed myself. I invested in myself that I never thought I would. And I would put boundaries on situations, on people, on whatever it is. Even at work, even when I would work for somebody, I would not take it if the boss would yell at me. I would literally go up to the boss and I would tell him, like, listen, I don't appreciate it. Not in front of everybody. I'm like, listen, I don't appreciate you screaming at me, you yelling at me. If there's a problem, you can come to me and talk to me and tell me what the issue is. That's something I would appreciate it. But I wouldn't appreciate you yelling at me. There's no place for that over here with me, specifically, I said. But before anxiety, I would take that. I remember whenever I was younger, I would just take it. I would just sit quietly and I would just take it. Like, no, I stood up for myself because I valued myself before, and I never did. So the anxiety pushed me. It pushed me to enhance myself. So it was a good thing, and I'm so grateful today. Today, I'm so grateful that I went through anxiety. I'm so grateful because of the person that I became today, and because of the knowledge that I have from it. Like today, I'm able to deal with people that have anxiety, and it's amazing that I'm able to do that. And like, I understand them more than the therapists that they went to. They even tell me this, like, Emmanuel, you understand me in such a much deeper way than a therapist, because you understand, you went through it and you overcame it. So in a way, it's like, it gives them hope. Like, hey, you know what? If he's able to do it, then I'm also able to do it. So there's a lot of good things that came out of it. And I know with your life right now, you may not see it and you may want to go back, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, hey, I want to go back. I want to be the person that I once was. I want to not experience this anymore. And I understand, and it's a valid feeling. But at the same time, guys, we need to understand that there's a reason why. There's a reason why we went through it. It's because of our mindset, because of our belief, because of what we've experienced and the changes that we didn't make, that our anxiety will make us change. It will force us. It will force us to change. It will force us to do things that we don't want to do, but will benefit us at the end of the day. That's what it will do. It will push you in a way that you never thought that you would do before. But again, it all depends on you. It all depends how sick and tired you are with your anxiety, because that's where I came to a point. I'm like, hey, I'm sick and tired of living like this. I'm sick and tired of living with anxiety, being afraid of everything. Like, I can't do it anymore. I'm done. That's what pushed me. And it came to the point where I know I didn't want to live anymore. That really changed. Like, hey, listen, like, you came to that point. You came to that point, like, no, like, something needs to change then. I'm like, and I remember I told you guys this before. Like, I told myself, like, Emmanuel, you're a coward for doing that. You want the easy way out. Like, that's not going to work. So you have to work on yourself. And I pushed myself from being sick and tired of dealing with anxiety and get to the point where I didn't want to live anymore, pushed me to enhance myself, to become a different person. And today, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. And I say thank you to God. I say thank you to God for me having anxiety. Whenever I deal with people with anxiety, I always tell them, like, listen, I know you may not see it right now. You dealing with anxiety, it may seem to you as the worst thing possible, but I just want to let you know, as someone that went through anxiety, this is the best possible thing for you. And the reaction of every single person is the same, and it's amazing to see that. But the thing is that it's the truth, guys. It's the truth. You may not see it today, but eventually you will see it. It may make you change certain things in life that you were afraid of doing or you didn't want to do it, but it pushed you to do that. And if you guys can share some of those moments of the people that went through it and overcame it, if you can share that below and in the comments and write, what is some of the good things that came from your anxiety, please share so that other people can see that there is good from it. There is good that comes out of it. And if it's hard for you guys to see that, again, I do one-on-one sessions and I will show you guys exactly how there is good in it and how to change yourself and how to enhance yourself by working on your subconscious mind, which where anxiety does come from, and also our conscious mind. I try to take a two-step approach from the front and from the back so that we can eradicate the anxiety and enhance yourself. So if you're interested in doing that, I do one-on-one sessions. And if you want a 30-minute free consultation, I do that as well. So you can do that beforehand and see if it's the right fit for you. There's a link in the description below. So you can just set it up. It's 100% free. And see, hey, listen, you know what? I see that it is working for me, the 30 minutes. I think there is potential in it. I would like to continue moving forward. Invest in yourself. It's worth it, guys. You are worth it. And I'm telling you, you're going to see the results. You're going to see the results. You're going to feel much better. And that's what we want at the end of the day. That's what we want, right, guys? We want to be in the place like, hey, I no longer have anxiety. And I'm back to the person that I once was. And today, guys, I'm back to the person that I once was, but a much better version. That's what it is. And you will get there as well. You will get there as well. But the only thing is that you need to put in the work. You need to put in the effort in order to get to that place, because you will see that at the end of the day, when you look back, anxiety is going to be one of the best things that ever happened to you because of what it's going to push you to do. If you did like this episode, please click the like button and leave a 5-star review. The reason why I ask is because this way we're able to reach more people, and the more people that we can actually reach, the more people that we can actually help. Because my mission in this world, my purpose is to help people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally and show them that it's possible to overcome. Thank you guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.